Most
Why,
paused
Conan?
moment.
What moment would that be?
Sharon Stone stands as one of Hollywood's most formidable forces. A volcanic presence whose intelligence and uncompromising artistic vision transformed her from blonde bombshell stereotype into serious dramatic powerhouse. From her career-defining turn in Basic Instinct to her Oscar-nominated performance in Casino,
Make them happy, and then what?
Stone has never been content to simply hit her marks and collect a paycheck. Her reputation in Hollywood circles tells a different story than her glamorous red carpet appearances might suggest. Stone approaches her craft with the intensity of a classical theater-trained performer, demanding excellence not just from herself, but from every collaborator in her orbit. This exacting standard has created some of cinema's most memorable performances, but it has also generated legendary friction with co-stars who couldn't match her level of preparation and commitment. The entertainment industry thrives on creative tension, but Stone's conflicts transcended typical on-set disagreements. These were philosophical battlegrounds where different approaches to the craft collided with explosive results. Her feuds weren't born from petty jealousies or ego clashes, but from fundamental disagreements about what it means to honor the art of acting. What emerges from examining Stone's most contentious professional relationships is a portrait of an artist who refused to compromise her vision. Even when facing Hollywood's biggest names, these conflicts illuminate the broader tensions between uncompromising artistic integrity and commercial filmmaking realities. Number 6. Michael Douglas. The collaboration between Sharon Stone and Michael Douglas on Basic Instinct created one of cinema's most electrifying on-screen partnerships. But behind the cameras, their relationship crackled with an entirely different kind of tension. Douglas arrived on set wielding dual authority as both leading man and producer, accustomed to having the final word on creative decisions. Stone, however, refused to be merely a beautiful accessory to his vision. Director Paul Verhoeven found himself mediating between two powerhouse personalities with fundamentally different approaches to filmmaking. Sharon brought an intellectual rigor to every scene that sometimes clashed with Michael's more instinctive producer mentality, Verhoeven later revealed in a film comment interview. She wanted to explore every psychological nuance of Catherine Tremell, while Michael was focused on maintaining the film's commercial appeal. The most explosive conflicts centered around the film's intimate scenes, where Stone insisted on creative input that Douglas felt overstepped traditional actor boundaries. Crew members recall heated discussions about character motivation, with Stone challenging Douglas's assumptions about her character's psychology. She wouldn't just perform the role, she wanted to co-create it, remembered cinematographer Jan de Bont. Their philosophical differences extended beyond individual scenes to the film's broader themes. Stone viewed Basic Instinct as a complex exploration of female power and sexuality, while Douglas saw it primarily as an erotic thriller. This creative tension, though exhausting for the production, ultimately elevated the material beyond typical genre conventions. Stone's assessment of their collaboration remained characteristically direct. Working with someone who confuses authority with artistry teaches you the difference between being powerful and being right. Number 5. Sylvester Stallone. The pairing of Sharon Stone with Sylvester Stallone in The Specialist promised explosive chemistry, but their collaboration became a masterclass in incompatible creative philosophies. Stone arrived on set with her trademark preparation, having developed extensive backstories for her character Mae Monroe, while Stallone preferred his instinctive muscle memory approach to performance that had served him well in the Rocky and Rambo franchises. Director Luis Loza found himself caught between two radically different acting methodologies. Sharon would spend hours discussing character motivation and emotional subtext, while Sly wanted to focus on the action beats and getting the stunts right. Loza confided to Variety years later. They were speaking completely different creative languages. Stone's classically trained approach demanded deep character exploration, while Stallone's improvisational style disrupted her carefully constructed preparation process. The tension reached its peak during romantic scenes where Stone required emotional authenticity that clashed with Stallone's preference for efficient, get-it-done filmmaking. Script supervisor Maria Gonzalez recalled Sharon questioning every line reading, wanting to understand the psychological underpinnings, while Sly just wanted to nail the scene and move on to the explosions. Their different work rhythms created daily friction that rippled through the entire production. Stone's frustration with Stallone's casual attitude toward character development became legendary among crew members. Costume designer May Routh remembered Stone expressing concern about working with actors who phone in performances rather than fully inhabiting their roles. The experience reinforced Stone's belief that great acting required total commitment from all participants. Underscore. Respecting the craft means showing up prepared, not just showing up. Stone later reflected about working with what she termed uncommitted collaborators. Number 4, Billy Baldwin. The erotic thriller Sliver required intense trust and vulnerability between its leads, but Sharon Stone and Billy Baldwin's collaboration became a cautionary tale about mismatched artistic commitments. Stone approached the psychologically complex role of Carly Norris with her signature preparation intensity, while Baldwin seemed content to coast on his natural charisma without diving deep into character development. Director Philip Noyce witnessed their artistic incompatibility firsthand, later telling Empire magazine that Sharon needed a scene partner who could match her emotional investment, but Billy often seemed more concerned with his appearance than his performance. The film's intimate nature demanded actors willing to explore uncomfortable psychological territory, but Baldwin's resistance to Stone's scene work suggestions created constant creative roadblocks. Their most heated exchanges occurred during rehearsals for the film's voyeuristic thriller elements. Stone insisted on understanding her character's psychological journey through each revelation, while Baldwin questioned the necessity of such detailed preparation. Production designer Peter Jameson remembered Sharon trying to engage Billy in character analysis discussions that he clearly found tedious and unnecessary. The tension affected their on-screen chemistry, with Stone struggling to find authentic emotional connections with a co-star she perceived as unprofessional. Script consultant Joe Esterhaas noted that Stone's frustration with Baldwin's work ethic began affecting her own performance, forcing her to adjust her preparation methods to accommodate his more casual approach. Number 3, Robert De Niro. The collaboration between Sharon Stone and Robert De Niro in Martin Scorsese's Casino represented a fascinating collision between two method acting legends with distinctly different approaches to their craft. Stone's preparation-heavy methodology, involving extensive research and character backstory development, met De Niro's more intuitive, experiential approach that relied on spontaneous discovery during filming. Scorsese found himself diplomatically managing what he later described to Film Comment as their creative differences in achieving truthful performance. Stone would arrive on set with notebooks full of character analysis for Ginger McKenna, while De Niro preferred to find his character, Ace Rothstein, through improvisation and instinctual responses to scene dynamics. Their contrasting methods created unexpected tension between two actors renowned for their commitment to authenticity. The conflict manifested most clearly during their domestic scenes, where Stone's detailed emotional preparation clashed with De Niro's preference for discovering moments organically. Associate producer Barbara DeFina recalled Sharon wanting to discuss the psychological underpinnings of every argument between Ginger and Ace, while Bob wanted to just let the cameras roll and see what happened naturally. Their different approaches to building character relationships created friction that extended beyond individual scenes. Stone believed in constructing detailed emotional histories between characters, while De Niro trusted that authentic moments would emerge through repetition and experimentation. Script supervisor Martha Pinson noted that their rehearsal sessions often felt more like negotiations than collaborative preparation. Number 2, Leonardo DiCaprio. The Western, The Quick and the Dead, brought together Sharon Stone with a young Leonardo DiCaprio, creating an unexpected clash between established Hollywood authority and rising star casualness. Stone, serving as both star and producer, expected the same level of preparation and professionalism she demanded from seasoned actors, while the 20-year-old DiCaprio approached the project with the relaxed confidence of his generation. Director Sam Raimi observed their generational approach differences with fascination, later telling Entertainment Weekly that Sharon treated every scene like it was Shakespeare, while Leo had this natural, effortless quality that didn't require her level of intensive preparation. Stone's meticulous character work for Ellen contrasted sharply with DiCaprio's instinctive approach to his gunslinger role. The tension became apparent during rehearsals where Stone expected detailed character development discussions that DiCaprio found unnecessary. Assistant director James Cresson remembered Sharon trying to engage Leo in deep conversations about his character's psychological motivations, while he seemed more interested in perfecting his quick-draw techniques. Their different work ethics created a mentor-student dynamic that DiCaprio didn't particularly welcome. Stone's frustration with DiCaprio's casual attitude toward the rehearsal process became a talking point among cast members. Costume designer Judianna Makovsky recalled Stone expressing concern about young actors who hadn't yet learned to earn respect through dedication to craft, rather than relying solely on natural talent. Number 1. James Woods. Sharon Stone's collaborations with James Woods across multiple projects created a unique dynamic between two of Hollywood's most intellectually formidable personalities. Both actors possessed razor-sharp intelligence and strong opinions about their craft, but their similar intensity created competitive friction rather than collaborative harmony. Their work together in various productions became legendary for what producers privately called their chess match of egos. Woods, known for his rapid-fire delivery and intense preparation, met his match in Stone's equally fierce commitment to character development. Producer David Brown noted that watching Sharon and James work together was like observing two brilliant minds constantly trying to outsmart each other instead of serving the material. The intellectual sparring extended beyond character interpretation to script analysis, where both actors would arrive with detailed notes and alternative suggestions. Script coordinator Patricia Williams remembered Sharon and James turning every table read into a graduate-level seminar on dramatic theory, often losing sight of the actual story being told. Their debates about motivation and subtext could derail entire rehearsal sessions. Their similar temperaments created an exhausting dynamic for directors who found themselves mediating between two uncompromising artistic visions. Cinematographer Robert Richardson observed that both Sharon and James needed to be the smartest person in the room, which made collaboration nearly impossible, despite their obvious mutual respect. Sharon Stone's uncompromising artistic vision created cinema's most memorable conflicts, proving great art emerges from creative friction. Subscribe for more Hollywood battles.